So who was at fault for improper lane change accidents in Florida? Hi, my name is Charles Bust and I'm a personal injury and wrongful death attorney in Orlando, Florida. And today we're going to be talking about trucking accidents. More specifically, we're going to be talking about trucking accidents caused by improper lane changes. So let's get right into it. 18-wheelers have serious blind spots. We've all been on the interstate when an 18-wheeler starts easing into our lane. It happens all the time. Thankfully, most of the time, we drivers will notice the problem or the trucker will see us in the mirror. However, sometimes truckers change lanes into a car and that car has nowhere to go. As a result, the car is pushed off the road or into a guardrail or a ditch. Other times, the trucker may crush the vehicle into a concrete median. As you can imagine, these types of accidents can end in tragedy. Now, let's talk a little about how these accidents happen and how a trucker and a trucking company may be liable for an improper lane change. First of all, let's talk about distracted driving. Everyone is on their cell phones all the time. Cell phones now are not like the brick Nokias we had when I was a kid. They're basically a computer, a TV, and a video game system all wrapped into one little distracting device. Truckers, just like the rest of us, are tempted to look at their phones while driving. We all know that. However, unlike the rest of us, truckers may be hauling 80,000 pounds at 70 miles an hour. So when a trucker gets distracted, it can be deadly. Next, let's talk about fatigue. Truckers are out on the road for long periods of time. If you've ever driven more than several hours in one single stretch, you know how tired this can make you feel sometimes. Now, truckers are limited in how many hours they're supposed to drive in a given period of time, and that's to prevent accidents. However, sometimes they break those rules and drive for way too many hours in a row. As a result, truckers get way too tired to drive safely. We've all seen the countertops full of stimulants and energy drinks by the cash register at the gas station. That stuff isn't there for decoration. That countertop real estate is valuable, and they wouldn't put stimulants there if they didn't sell a lot of them. So, we all know truckers are driving while fatigued, and this can be very dangerous because a tired trucker is much more likely to change lanes without being sure that the coast is clear. Let's finish up by talking about aggressive driving. Now, you've probably had the pleasure of sharing the road with an aggressive truck driver that makes a fast and aggressive lane change with only a few feet to spare. If you've ever been unfortunate enough to deal with this firsthand, you know how terrifying it can be. It's even more terrifying when you think about your kids or your loved ones or your family or your friends sharing the road with a trucker like this. When truckers drive too aggressively, people get hurt, and this is how a lot of improper lane change accidents occur. So who's liable when one of these improper lane change accidents occur? Well, we all like to think about the driver when we think about liability. That's because in most car accidents and truck accidents, we blame the driver. It makes sense. However, the truck driver may not be the only party that is responsible for your damages. If that trucker has multiple driving violations or issues that should have tipped off the employer that the trucker is in fact dangerous to the public, then the trucking company may be liable for negligent hiring and retention. Thus, there may be multiple potential defendants in a given trucking accident case. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions at all, please give us a call at the phone number below in the video description. Or you can reach out to us at www.carelesstrucker.com. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.